Hey, what's up, y'all? Today we're being a leprechaun in Skyrim. Don't ask me why. Being a leprechaun implies that we have luck, cunning, and use the power of manipulation to seek our fortune. Not only that, but we also have a few special powers to cause mayhem. So I got into the realm of Lorcan and tried to make my player look as leprechaun-y as I possibly could. And also, please excuse me this video if my mic sounds a little bit off. I'm dealing with some technical issues. Anyways, I got straight to Whiterun to get my chest that would allow me to shrink myself to the proper leprechaun size. After shrinking to the proper size, I went straight back to the realm of Lorcan to officially put my leprechaun build together. I started out picking up a couple spells, and then I found these tomes. After reading through all of them, I decided I would join the Falmer one. Don't ask me why, I don't really know. After that, I found some skill tomes and added a couple of those that sounded somewhat lore accurate to me. Overall, for these tomes, I think I mostly just got some speech buffs and some like athletic buffs, as well as I downloaded a mod that gave me 4 times jump height because I figured leprechauns are pretty spry and springy. I don't know. Oh, also, I named my leprechaun Lubdan, like the one from the Leprechaun scary movies from back in the day when I was 7 years old or something like that. But anyways, it was time for me to go find my drip. Alright, and I couldn't just wear any regular heavy or light armor. Alright, I had to find something perfectly leprechaun-like. Something to encapsulate my evil demeanor throughout this playthrough. Something scandalous. Something only a true maniac would wear. I think I found exactly that. Now that we were dressed apart, it was officially time to go start our quest in the open world. I decided Riverwood would be the perfect place to start our journey of mayhem. Upon my arrival in Riverwood, I made sure to waste no time and immediately go talk to Faendal. And according to my research, leprechauns do not tell the truth. So there will be a lot of double crossing in this video, if not even triple crossing.
Do his job here at the mill. Thinks his ballads and sonnets are going to convince Camilla Valerius to marry him.
Yeah, at this moment, right here, I decided I was gonna get him killed. Anywho, it wasn't long before I started abusing my powers throughout the town.
I mean apprentice. Someday I'm going
I
to
meant to hit the
Fortnite.
doggo, but things happen, okay? I fix this later, don't worry about it.
Papa says I'm not ready for weapons.
I didn't like how she talked to me right there, okay? So I didn't fix it right now, alright? Also, I'm not gonna fix the cute puppy. We're keeping the cute puppy, clearly. And I don't care what anyone has to say about it. Anyways, after that, we took a nap and then immediately confronted Sven and snitched on Faendal, only to then double cross the both of them, therefore making it a triple cross. We also hit this little sick jump.
The elf playing a treachery? Shocking. As if I would write this dribble. Here, I had to use simple words, but this letter should convince Camilla it's from him.
What are you talking about? What's in the letter? Oh my. I'm sure he'll want to thank you for standing up for him.
So after lying to everyone and probably ruining every possible relationship that I could have made throughout this process, I proceeded to rob this store for everything that I could. With the extra stealth that I get from being extra small, they really can't see me even though my sneak is low. And I want to go tell Faendal the truth. I did ultimately get him killed, but we'll just ignore that, honestly. So after robbing and killing the only friend that we've ever made in this entire life that we've had, and I should have said little life because it would have been the perfect pun, we then immediately went to his house to then rob him even more. So after betraying our now deceased singular friend, I now set back on my journey and bought a few more spells that I felt would help me along the way. I jumped into this cabbage thing just to show my hilarious scale. Anyway, setting forth on my path, I made sure to keep in mind to never mess with the laws of nature or disrupt the natural patterns and occurrences that should be happening out in the wild. I definitely didn't shrink a deer to miniature size. Anyways, once I was back on my path, my leprechaun senses started tingling as I saw a criminal that I could free, which would certainly cause some mayhem in the streets, you would think. I made sure to use my fury spell to cause optimal chaos in the streets. Yeah, I guess the guy that I freed really wasn't that cool because, you know, he snitched on me. My bounty did not go away when I killed all the guards. But it's all good. I just got a free fast travel to Whiterun from here, so.
Come along with us. We'll take any stolen goods and you'll be free to go.
Joke's on you, buddy. I don't have anything. I then stole some Nordic sea barnacles since I was already at the spawn. Then I just had to hop right in this little pot. Don't ask me why, but I just let the impulsive thoughts win, I guess. And hey, listen guys, I swear to Talos, there's no way I possibly could have known that pot was gonna hit the kid, alright? She's invincible anyways, jeez. That conversation bored me so much I decided I had to go back to my chest to get some more spells to do some goofy stuff. I definitely did not abuse this power whatsoever.
He's a steward up at Dragon's Reach.
Anyways, after defying the laws of physics and abusing my inevitable powers, I talked to this chick about this guy that's been abusing her sexually. I might have to blur that out for this video. I'm not sure if that's a TOS violation or not, but the only reason I even accepted this quest is because I know Michaela's an easy fight for a little leprechaun guy.
I don't have to take that from you.
So after taking out my anger on the medieval incel soy boy, I took a few glory punches or victory punches afterwards just for fun before he told me he was basically a complete wussy, which wasn't much of a surprise, but the thing that followed was definitely a really big surprise for me, as I now know this video is definitely going to be a TOS violation. It's definitely getting demonetized and all that. I'm not even monetized, but look at this.
Next time.
I had to shrink him just so we could never see him again. Jesus Christ. All glory to Talos. Oh my goodness. Get me out of here. Anyways, after finishing that quest, she gave me some coin and then I was allowed to steal all of her cheese and stuff, but this guy just had to test my anger. After that, I wanted to put my 4x jump height to the test, so I went around and did some leprechaun parkour, I suppose we can call it, and just kind of jumped around all the buildings. But after being disappointed that I couldn't go in the chimney, my dreams were kind of killed, so I just went to go mess with some guards before calling it a night on the first day. And then in the midst of disrespecting the law, I realized I've completely forgot I could cause mayhem by killing Belethor and someone else taking over his shop who's admittedly way less funny and way less cool with way less charisma in general. So, you know, that's kind of chaos. You know, it's disrupting the normal flow of the town, if you will. So after using my fury spell to cause mayhem in this man's store and making easy work of his possessed corpse, if you will, I then realized that this mission would not be so easy, as I did not get it on my first, second, or third try with surviving the authorities, because for some reason, even though I was sheathing, they still wanted to kill me. But after a while, I finally got it down, and you know I had to kill his assistant as well.
I knew it.
Listen guys, I know this attempt looked absolutely pathetic, but it's not going down like that again. I promise you. Actually, this time, to me, this was actually pretty comical.
Never should have come here. Oh, this is what you want? Huh? Ah!
You have committed crimes against Skyrim and her people. What say you in your defense?
I say just give me a couple minutes here, buddy. I want to see how this plays out. Jeez. Damn. I think he had a little bit of repressed anger towards his mentor
Now,
there.
come along with us.
Look, he
We'll take
literally
any stolen
swept up the
goods,
floor
and you'll
with
be
bro.
free
That's
to go.
crazy. Hey, you're
After
next.
you pay the fine,
You're
of
next,
course.
buddy. I immediately returned to the scene of the crime because I could not let bro's apprentice be acting so outlandishly confident like that. Alright, we can't have it. You know what I'm saying? Lubden not only has to be the most lucky, but he also can't let anyone else have any fortune. So we can't let this guy just have the shop fall right into his hands. Nah. We can't have it. Yeah, we better take care of you, buddy.
Don't mean to be rude, but you're as good as dead.
You're hurting me. That hurt. Put my fist away. Oh, dude, that was so close. Yeah, dude, whatever. Teleport me real quick, bud. This is what happens to guards that don't listen. Anyways, it was time for another little nappy nap before returning to the scene of the crime for a third time, as any good criminal does. For no apparent reason, it seems that I just walked in there, looked at the dead body, and walked out. But hey, what are you gonna do? I then decided that it was time to do a little bit more leprechaun tomfoolery, mayhem, chaos, whatever you want to call it. Hooligan activities, if you will. Generally just causing riff and raff throughout the entire town of Whiterun before eventually taking the carriage over to Riften. And once I got to Riften, I would actually have to teach yet another guard exactly why they don't fuck with Lubden the Leprechaun. And then I got this quest done in probably what has to be a world record time. I mean, I don't know if that exists. I mean, it's probably even stupid to say so with all the speedrunners on this game, but I swear to God, this is probably the fastest that you could possibly get this quest done.
Look, this is really simple. I lent him some gold. He promised. All right. Take it easy. No idea why you'd care about a stranger so much, but this isn't worth. Tell Shadra I'm forgetting about his debt. I hope we bump into each other again.
Any luck with Sapphire? By the 8, you actually talked her into it? I don't know what to say. I didn't think anyone in Riften even
Then
cared
after
what happened.
completing that quest in record time, I decided it might be time to get into a little bit of leprechaun theft, a little bit of thievery for the rainbow, if you will. And Lubden only likes rainbows that are painted with the blood of his enemies. But it's not his fault. That's just the type of leprechaun he is. You know, he was estranged from his family at a young age and abandoned in the woods with nothing but his own cunning and wits to get him by through the crazy land of Tamriel. If you can't tell, I just made that up. But anyways, we picked up this little quest from the Blackbriar apprentice guy, and we're 100% gonna double cross him as any good leprechaun would do. And then it was straight back to thievery before eventually going to the Bee and Barb and picking up a few quests. Firstly, I got berated by Brynjolf as soon as I walked through the door, as usual.
Never done an honest day's work in your life for all that coin you carry, eh, lad?
And then I finished the quest where I was double-crossing the apprentice from the Blackbriar meadery.
And told him to store in the cellars. Oh, he'll rot in prison for this one, I promise you. As soon as Maven finds out, it's all...
Yes, tell Maven, the double-crossing is fueling my veins.
For nabbing our little thief.
And then I picked up another quest where I would literally double-cross this guy right in front of him, immediately after speaking.
I'll meet you outside of town.
Then you should know that Louis and I have a certain history. Tell you what, go along with his plans for now. I'll keep an eye on you both, and when the time is right, I'll settle accounts with Louis.
He's right behind me, isn't he? Ass encounter, oh my goodness.
Then show me what you're made of.
Dude, I'm made of literal Lucky Charms, rainbows, good luck, goofy pointy shoes, top hats, and buckles. Get out of here, dude. Don't ever fucking doubt me. Especially for such a easy quest, dude. Anyways, we made light work of this easy quest. Brynjolf gets on my nerves for some reason, dude. Don't ask me why. Honestly, the whole Thieves Guild kinda gets on my nerves, dude. Don't quote me, I'm not trying to get political.
You're a stranger here too, huh?
I've never seen Niol this upset about anything. The city really gets to her.
Looks like I chose the right person for the job. And here you go.
Give me my
Your
money.
payment. Just
Just
as I
give me
promised.
my money.
Then I think we're done
I
talking.
don't know what the hell's wrong with me. I talked to Sibby and then immediately stole some of his gold because that's what I'm after. And then I went to the Riften stables to abuse my friendship with the guy that was arguing with Sapphire so that I could ride a free horse to go get a new free horse. I totally did not make the two horses fight it out to a battle to the death to see who was worthy to be my companion. Then I entered into the lodge and immediately started ransacking it and opened a wardrobe where I found a hat that would officially complete my leprechaun drip for this playthrough. After this, I was so ecstatic. The rest of the quest was gonna be absolutely cake. So after collecting that coin and hopping on top of the barrel to collect the quest item, I swiftly made my exit from the Blackbriar Lodge, ensuring that there was no wasted energy or thought throughout the entire process. No wasted manpower, no wasted time, no wasted energy, no wasted lives. But then I remembered I was a leprechaun. After this, all the excitement had my little leprechaun feet pitter-pattering out the door without realizing that I had aggroed enemies out there earlier. This nearly led to the end of me, but luckily my new horse was awaiting.
Skyrim belongs to the Nords!
After getting the best of them, I made sure not to waste any time and just go directly to the guy I was selling to. But when I was speaking to him, I realized that the original agreement might not be exactly what I want to do anymore. And being the magical little leprechaun guy that I am, I'ma do what I want. He threatened me and then proceeded to run away because he could tell that my leprechaun magic was starting to kick in or something like that. I really don't know, but after wiping the floor with his bald head just to hear the squeaking noises, I rode away with my newfound best friend, only friend, and horse. I then spent a little bit of coin to train up my speech a little bit. I know, I'm spending coin, which I'm supposed to value above anything, but a leprechaun knows how to speak. A leprechaun is very cunning and very quick with the words. I then decided that it was time for me to officially join the Thieves Guild, but this would actually turn out to be a little bit more of a challenge than I thought it would be at first, as it ended up taking me a few tries before realizing that ultimately I would need to get a minion to help me do this. I mean a follower to help me do this. And then I was causing a little bit of mayhem on my way to get a follower whenever I ran into this weird mercenary guy who tried to challenge me. Maybe because of my stature, maybe because of my size, I'm not sure, but he definitely didn't cross his T's and check all of his boxes whenever he called me that insult. I'll tell you that much.
I don't have to take that from you.
You're bleeding!
Anyways, after wiping the nuisance out, I returned to Riverwood for my follower to see some of the aftermath of some of the chaos that I've caused, but luckily, not all of it was bad, as shrinking the dog was definitely more cute than it was hostile or evil in any way. I then picked up my follower. I then took a nap and gained 3 skill levels, which I put into whatever I figured to be the most leprechaun-like skills. So I went for illusion and I went for speech. Of course, the first thing I did in the morning was steal from the people that put a roof over my head for the night, and then I picked up my follower who was probably doomed for death, but inevitably had to follow me and do whatever I said on this path. But you know I had to shrink them down to a size even smaller than mine, so I could have a little leprechaun minion that was even smaller than me. I don't really have a reason for this, but I just wanted to have a little mini mage in my back pocket that I could pull out in fights. I just figured that would help me along the way. A little mini minion mage, if you will. Aw, she's so petite and cute. Anyways, while I was here, I figured I might as well fix one of my mistakes from earlier when I was trying to shrink the dog. I felt pretty good about doing it considering she said that I seem alright right afterwards, so then I returned to the realm of Lorcan, which I am going to be utilizing throughout this playthrough as kind of like a leprechaun hub of sorts, to kind of immerse ourselves in the leprechaun way, if you will. Like, the lore for the realm of Lorcan in this playthrough is like wherever the leprechauns go whenever they're disappearing or teleporting somewhere or performing some type of magical stunt. Now I was back at the Rift in Ratway and I was trying to make my way to Thieves Guild again, but I figured this time it would be a little bit easier now that I had my minion Summer in my back pocket, my miniature minion. We quickly made easy work of these little bandits that were guarding the entrance, and then I hit a sick jump to skip like more than half of the challenge to get there. Just wait. Dude, do y'all think I could just skip past like most of the challenge right here with the 4x jump? I feel like I could. Easy. Come on now.
Going.
My frenemy Brynjolf gave me a quest to basically cause a bunch of havoc to get debts that were paid, or rather debts that were due to the Thieves Guild. We threaten people's families, destroy people's favorite material objects and steal objects in order to blackmail people for this quest. So as a leprechaun, I gotta say, I simply loved it. My veins were still pumping with the misconception of strength from the anger and satisfaction of slapping Mikkel's incel ass earlier. I was so confident that I got my ass beat. But eventually I came to my senses and decided that blackmail was probably the easier route, seeing as leprechauns don't really operate using brute force, but instead other tactics. So I employed some of those other tactics by taunting her by kicking all kinds of stuff off of her counter before even speaking to her, and then I threatened her family.
Very well. Here. Take this back to Brynjolf.
Aw, man, I love being a pyro.
Stop! No!
Oh man, did that mean something to you? I literally didn't even realize. I just like burning stuff, dude.
Here, take your gold.
What a coincidence. Aw, dude, I like that statue. I might take that for myself.
It's you. Please, don't hurt me.
Aw, man, I have to give her the statue. Alright, maybe I can steal something.
Sorry about the mess. Keeping this place clean is quite a chore. Get away. I'd appreciate it if you'd keep your hands
I
to
thought
yourself.
about it, guys. I really thought about it. Anyways, I went to Brynjolf to tell him what happened. He was proud of me. He gave me a pat on the back and asked me if I wanted to throw a little bit of ball with him. He apologized for leaving with the milk money 10 years ago, and I told him, you know what, it's fine. I could never hold a grudge against my favorite guy.
Mercer, there's a lot riding on this. Don't make me look foolish by mucking it up.
Okay, Dad, I won't. I'm just kidding. I definitely fucked that shit up on purpose. I burnt all of those beehives. And then I decided it was time for me to maybe put an end to the skooma crisis throughout Riften. AKA, I thought it might be time for me to take over the skooma operation in Riften. Which, you know, should be super easy, super light work for a prestigious leprechaun like myself, Lubden, you know what I mean?
Us. No more! I yield! I yield!
So after swiftly killing the competition, I mean saving the streets of Riften, obviously, what are you talking about? I stole the note and went right back to the Jarl of Riften.
An amulet of Mara. You're looking for merit. It's nice to receive good news for a change. Did you recover anything else from the warehouse worth mentioning? Then there's no time to lose.
This reminded me there was in fact no time to lose, so I went straight to the Golden Glow estate so I could officially get my name into the Thieves Guild. I couldn't tell if I was detected or not at first, but outside I'm detected, inside I'm not. So being the sneaky little leprechaun boy that I am, I went around and scavenged whatever I could that seemed to be reasonably along the path that I needed to take to get to the quest line. I definitely didn't stumble into any trouble along the way and didn't have to encounter any people at all whatsoever. Listen, I may have encountered some people, but when I did, I enacted big brain tactics to just eliminate the problem at its root.
Don't do that.
Hey, I just did. I was feeling like such a genius at this point that I was completely overconfident on these locks and fumbled way too many times. But eventually, we got what we needed. We persevered the stupid lockpick, stunned that I was locked in. No pun intended. And then I went to go burn way too many of the beehives because fuck Brynjolf, you're not my dad type shit. I made a swift escape with a little dip into the water, like when a little person dives from the high dive.
Sound so eager. That's between. Just keep your ears.
Brynjolf was not entirely happy when I returned, and it felt somewhat like my disappointed father that didn't even raise me, but I went ahead and talked to Maven anyways, and she seemed to not really give a fuck. But honestly, neither do I, and I really don't care about whatever quest she just told me about, so I decided the last thing I wanted to do today was a little bit of shenanigans, so I went outside and I amplified these people's scale by 10, which was funny. Anyways, thanks for watching my stupid little video. I love you. Drop a like, subscribe.